All right, that's been Jack's review. Now I'm going to move on to my review now. Now my review is of a film that is done by one of the great masters of cinema. One that now that we see that idolize and say if this guy makes a movie, it's going to be gold, and that is Martin Scorsese. And the movie I'm going to talk about is Shutter Island.
Oh,
Ooh, yes, Shutter
that was my
Island.
gaze. Oh, I could pull out.
Okay. All right. Shutter Island is basically what a lot of other critics are basically saying, that it is not up to the standard of other Martin Scorsese movies or whatever it is. And I say, you know what? Yeah, but it's a genre movie. It's a genre movie. It's basically a psychological horror thriller that he does it down to a T. It does it down to a T, to the point that, yes, it's even predictable halfway through, but it is good and it's pulled off very well, because Martin Scorsese is one of these guys that absolutely loves genres. He loves them to bits. In every movie he's really ever done, he's following a genre. He's never really tried to break out of the genre or anything. I mean, if you look at Raging Bull, for example, that's basically the rise and fall movie. That is his kind of thing, and he knows how to do genre. In this, he does it, and he does it oh so very, very well. Especially with Leonardo DiCaprio, who's doing a fantastic job as the marshal. The whole point is that Leonardo DiCaprio goes into this crazy psychiatric ward where claiming one of the patients has magically disappeared. And so as he goes deeper, he discovers true things about the crazy place. Woo! Okay, the reason why I'm going woo is because if you watch the movie, within the first 20 minutes, you might actually know where this movie is going. Sure, it pulls a couple of left turns and maybe a spanner in the works, but you pretty much know where it's going. But it's fun, and it's cool, and it's got some really awesome visuals, and it just works. It's also surprisingly gooey. What I mean by gooey is that it actually looks and feels dirty, like really dirty. Like afterwards you might have to have a shower afterwards. Like you feel like there's so much grime from the screen hitting you in the face. It's that gritty to it, and it works really well. And like I say, the only problem with it is that it's surprisingly predictable, yet confusing at the same time if you don't get the little visual, like surreal moments in between it. And the surreal moments are very surreal, to the point that you're almost surprised Martin Scorsese could come up with it. But he does it, and then it's done so very well, and then it goes on to this bit, and it goes into this bit, and this bit. It basically follows a puzzle from point A to point B to point C. He never goes point A to point D and Q and let's add a number in there. He doesn't do that. It's quite linear. It folds in quite nicely, but it's done very, very well. Oh my God, I needed that in one breath.
I hate to burst your bubble, but I have heard that it has the certain same ending as a film that came out a while ago that's quite similar.
That's so amazingly vague that I don't think it's even called a spoiler.
The film is
Spoiler alert.
Fuck.
Oh, God damn it, Jay.
The guy with the tattoos who has to remember, and he was the killer all along. I'm sorry I just spoiled it for you, but I don't care.
What I mean, when you watch the movie, it'll pretty much tell you somehow. Like halfway through the movie, you get a niggling feeling, like it's like you don't want it to go this way, but you're thinking, you know what? If it goes this way, you know, I see it coming, but it's gonna be good. But I do recommend that when it comes out on DVD, or if you get the chance to watch it, you just go in, sit down, and just go with it, because it's a fun ride while you're at it, and you're going to have lots of moments where you're going to be going to the person next to you and going like, are you sure they're going to do that? Yeah. It's like, is that what I think it is? Yeah, I think it's going to do that. It's like, no way. Yeah, way. And you're going to have those moments and pieces of dialogue.
You're going to be sat there just like, Johann, I think you're just going to be sat there just like, wait, has he cast Leonardo DiCaprio again?
Okay, all right, he done it again. But let's
find a new actor.
Well, hold up. No one else was giving the same complaints when he was hiring Robert De Niro in nearly every movie he ever did.
I wasn't born then. I didn't.
No, what I'm saying is, a lot of the directors anyway have the one actor they always rely on. They always seem to just drag him in anyway. I mean, Tim Burton is Johnny Depp. Like, how many movies with Tim Burton has Johnny Depp been in?
Which is also crap and awful, but yes, continue.
All right. You've got, as well, with Quentin Tarantino, you always seem to get Samuel L. Jackson in there. Not all the time, but you always seem to drag him in there even as a cameo. You just bring him in.
Samuel L. Jackson has been in every film ever made, Johan. We know this, okay? You watch a film and you know that Samuel L. Jackson's there somewhere. It just might walk past and just go, yo, and that's it. But he's there.
But that's what I'm trying to get to the point is that, well, Martin Scorsese, back in his heyday, in the early days, he was Robert De Niro. It was Robert De Niro he hired all the time. Now it's Leonardo DiCaprio. It's like a sure win case. Ever since The Aviator, he's brought him in for everything. And you know what? I don't have a problem with it because the movies they're doing is not like the same movies. It's not like Tim Burton where it's always pretty much the same movie. Martin Scorsese is doing different films with him.
Yeah,
Fair cop, fair way.
I just say at this point about the whole thing with the film and everything. I am a film buff. I've just got a really crap memory. Sorry.
Okay, so to people who are listening to this podcast, if you can figure out what movie was Jake talking about, please do leave a comment.
Figure it out, I'll leave a comment. Memento.
That's it.
Memento, well done.
Okay, if you want to say, like, if people who've seen Memento and about to watch Shutter Island think it's the exact same kind of thing, I'll tell you right now, it isn't the exact same kind of thing. It's...
Fuck off.
Well, I'm just saying.